Bismillah. No, we will not let you go. Let him go. Bismillah. We will not.
Every rock legend has a before and an after.
We're the sultans of swing.
Before the song that changed everything, they were promising, respected, and rising.
Living it up at the Hotel California.
Afterwards, they were unstoppable. This is not a list of the biggest hits in rock history. This is a list of the exact moments the legends were made. 13 songs, 13 turning points. Number 13, Dream On, Aerosmith, 1973.
Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laughter, sing for the tears.
In 1973, Aerosmith were still fighting to be taken seriously. A Boston-bred hard rock band already signed to Columbia, but still getting dismissed as America's answer to the Rolling Stones.
Half my life's in books, written pages.
Dream On didn't fix that right away. The first release only reached number 59, but it showed a side of the band the comparisons missed. Steven Tyler's natural voice, a dark piano figure shaped by the classical music he heard growing up, and a ballad with more drama than bar band boogie. When Columbia gave it another push, Dream On reached number 6 in 1976 and became Aerosmith's first top 10 hit. The Stones comparison didn't vanish, but this was the song that proved Aerosmith had something deeper than attitude. Coming up, one guitar tone turns blues rock into something heavier, stranger, and larger than life. Number 12, White Room, Cream, 1968.
In a white room with black curtains near the stage.
By 1968, London had already turned Eric Clapton into a wall-scrawled myth. Clapton is God was real, but graffiti is not a career. Cream were already huge, with Sunshine of Your Love cracking the American top 5 and Wheels of Fire reaching number 1. But White Room gave them another dimension. Jack Bruce's lead vocal and bass, Ginger Baker's drums, and Clapton's wah-wah guitar pushing blues rock into something heavier and stranger. The song reached number 6 in the United States. Cream were not just a great trio anymore. They had a song that made the legend stick. Coming up, a disaster, a 4-note riff, and one of rock's most accidental origin stories. Number 11, Smoke on the Water, Deep Purple, 1972.
Smoke on the water.
Deep Purple had already changed lineups and musical identities before 1972. Then Ritchie Blackmore found 4 notes that became one of the most taught riffs in guitar history. Smoke on the Water was not released as a single at first. It was an album track on Machine Head, based on the real 1971 Montreux Casino fire during a Frank Zappa concert.
Frank Zappa and the Mothers were at the best place.
When it finally became a single in 1973, it peaked at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100. Deep Purple were already respected. This gave them mass appeal. Stick around, number 10 is One Man, One Clean Guitar Tone, and an arrival rock had no category for. Number 10, Sultans of Swing, Dire Straits, 1978.
We're the Sultans of Swing.
Dire Straits cut a demo of Sultans of Swing at Pathway Studios in 1977. BBC Radio London's Charlie Gillett played it, and the song started getting attention. The band had not released an album yet. Outside the London circuit, they barely existed. But people who heard that demo knew they were listening to someone different.
He can play the honky-tonk like anything.
The guitar tone was the first thing. Rock guitar in 1978 was still built around volume, distortion, and sustain. Mark Knopfler came from another direction: clean, precise, finger-picked, and melodic. Sultans of Swing reached number 8 in the UK and number 4 in America. The debut album reached number 5 in the UK and number 2 in America. For a band that had barely existed in the public mind, that was extraordinary.
Check out Guitar George. He knows all the chords.
Number 9 is the song that took a New Jersey songwriter from critical favorite to national obsession. Number 9, Born to Run, Bruce Springsteen, 1975. Bruce Springsteen had 2 albums before Born to Run. Both were praised by critics. Neither made him a star. John Landau had already written, "I have seen rock and roll's future, and its name is Bruce Springsteen." But a quote from a critic is not a career. Then came Born to Run. The single only reached number 23, but FM radio understood it. 2 months after the album came out, Springsteen appeared on the covers of Time and Newsweek in the same week, a first for a rock musician. That was the turn. Springsteen went from critical favorite to national name. Up next, a song so long and strange that executives warned it would never work as a single. Number 8 proved them wrong. Number 8, Bohemian Rhapsody, Queen, 1975.
Bismillah, no, we will not let you go. Let him go. Bismillah, we will not.
EMI didn't think Bohemian Rhapsody would work as a single. It was 6 minutes long, had no conventional chorus, and included an operatic section with almost no precedent on rock radio. DJ Kenny Everett got an advanced copy at Capitol Radio and played it despite being told not to. Listeners started calling the station. He played it repeatedly over the weekend, and by Monday, fans were trying to buy a single that had not been released yet.
Ding, ding. Galileo, Galileo, Galileo Figaro.
When EMI released it, Bohemian Rhapsody went to number 1 in the UK and stayed there for 9 weeks. Its promotional video predated MTV by 6 years and helped point toward the music video era that followed. Number 7 is a song built from California excess, studio perfectionism, and one of rock's most famous closing guitar duels. Number 7, Hotel California, Eagles, 1977.
Living it up at the Hotel California.
By 1977, the Eagles were already one of the best-selling bands in America. Their early records had given them credibility. One of these nights had given them a number 1 album. They didn't need a reinvention. Hotel California was an elevation. It went to number 1 in America.
Had that spirit here since 1969.
The album of the same name sold tens of millions worldwide and became one of the biggest albums ever released. This was the song that turned the Eagles from hit makers into a symbol of the decade itself. They had defined the California rock sound. Now they were exposing the excess underneath it.
At any time you like, but you can never leave.
We are in the top 6 now. Number 6 is the sound of a cash register, a crooked time signature, and a band leaving cult status behind. Number 6, Money, Pink Floyd, 1973. The Dark Side of the Moon entered the Billboard chart in March 1973 and eventually logged 741 weeks. That number is not a misprint. Money is the song that broke it open in America. Pink Floyd had spent years making experimental music for a devoted audience. They were respected, but they were not yet a mainstream band in the U.S. Money changed that. Its 7/4 groove, Roger Waters bass line, and cash register tape loop gave radio something strange but unforgettable. American radio took to it. The single reached number 13, and the album went to number 1. More importantly, the album stayed on the charts long enough to find people outside the core rock audience. People who didn't buy Pink Floyd records until money gave them a way in. This was the turn. Pink Floyd went from cult importance to the front rank of rock. Up next, less than 2 minutes of guitar that changed what rock players thought was possible. Number 5, Eruption, Van Halen, 1978. The first time people heard Eruption, it barely sounded like a guitar. Was it a synthesizer? Was it the record playing at the wrong speed? Eddie Van Halen's 1 minute and 42-second solo sounded impossible. Before this, most hard rock guitars still spoke the language of blues rock. After this, two-handed tapping and whammy bar chaos became part of the vocabulary. Eruption didn't just introduce Eddie Van Halen, it changed what guitar players were expected to do. Van Halen stopped being a Pasadena party band and became the new standard for American rock guitar. Next, the song that turned a riff, a voice, and studio danger into the sound of rock excess. Number 4, Whole Lotta Love, Led Zeppelin, 1969. Led Zeppelin's first album was a blues rock masterclass. Their second album, and especially its opening track, became one of the key blueprints for heavy metal. Whole Lotta Love took the blues, turned up the aggression, and made it darker, louder, and more sexual.
I wanna be your best man. Hey! Oh!
It also carried a debt to Willie Dixon's You Need Love, later reflected in the songwriting credits. The song reached number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100, Zeppelin's first major American hit. Led Zeppelin 2 went to number 1 in America and the UK. This was the turn. Robert Plant became the model for a new kind of rock frontman, and Jimmy Page's riff became part of hard rock's architecture. Three left. The final 3 didn't just make careers, they changed what rock could say, how it could hit, and how far it could travel. Number 3, My Generation, The Who, 1965. Pete Townsend reportedly wrote My Generation on a train and handed The Who a song that didn't sound like pop ambition. It sounded like a threat. What he had written was a declaration of war, not against one enemy, but against the general condition of being young in a world designed by and for older people. Roger Daltrey's stuttering delivery turned it into something unstable.
I dig what we all say.
The song reached number 2 in the UK. The BBC initially refused to play it because of the stutter. But teenagers heard exactly what adults were worried about. A band saying the quiet part out loud. 2 left. Number 2 is the riff that turned a hard-working live band into a worldwide force and became the final anthem of one of rock's great frontmen. Number 2, Highway to Hell, AC/DC, 1979. AC/DC had spent years building one of the most loyal live audiences in hard rock without making a serious dent in the American mainstream. They were huge in Australia. They were building in the UK. America was the wall they had not broken through. Highway to Hell broke it.
Hey, mama! Look at me! I'm on my way to the...
The album went gold in America in 1979, platinum in 1980, and peaked at number 17 on the Billboard 200. For the first time, AC/DC were not just a band serious rock fans knew about. Their reach was catching up to their reputation. And the song recorded in the shadow of loss that somehow became the loudest statement of survival in rock history. Number 1. Back in Black, AC/DC, 1980. You might be wondering how a band ends up on this list twice. The answer is simple. Nobody expected AC/DC to survive the death of Bon Scott. You don't lose the voice that defined your band and return 5 months later with a new singer and a new album and expect the world to accept it. Brian Johnson was not unknown. He had fronted Geordie in Newcastle, but he had never recorded an album on this scale. After his audition, AC/DC worked through other singers, brought him back, and Malcolm Young called to offer him the job. Then came Back in Black, the title track and mission statement. The album entered the UK chart at number 1, peaked at number 4 in America, and kept selling for years. Today it is often cited as the second best-selling album in history behind Thriller. The title track was the statement. Morning turned into Voltage. AC/DC didn't just survive, they came back bigger than before. 13 songs, 13 moments when great bands became legendary. What other song should have made this list?